Hello everyone and welcome to round number 2, race 2 here at Suzuka. LS staying on pole position, TkmSpadders alongside him in the front row, in comes Size and SHAREfactory Robert. Engines notes start to rise here and lights go out and we're racing. It's a good start from TkmSpadders gets off to a bit of a sluggish start in comparison and has to cut into the slipstream as they head towards turn 1 for the first time. leading the way, TkmSpadders in second place, swinging through turn 1, wide is racer select 79, and he has to get spat out to the scenery and has to drop down to last place of the field through the S's for the first time, and seems to have the jump on TkmSpadders at the moment. A little bit of a spot of lag there, but nothing really too bad to worry about, and these two seem to have got a bit of a gap between themselves and third place man, which is SHAREfactory Robert, who has actually managed to get the jump on Sides at the moment, because Sides started P3, but obviously can get the better off the line of SHAREfactory Robert. A little bit wide there from LS through the second Degner, and that might leave him susceptible into the hairpin, but LS covers towards the inside and manages to hold on from now. TkmSpadders in second place, looking for a way by. Is he going to be trying always long once again to find his way past the very, very wide vehicle of LS? He certainly managed to keep TkmSpadders at bay for a long time last time. Will he be able to do it? Very much the same thing this time. Swinging through the exit of Spoon and heading towards 130R. Coming towards the end of lap number 1, and these two have a little bit of breathing space between themselves and third spot of SHAREfactory Robert. Sides looks like he might be under pressure from equal parts in the battle for fourth spot. A little bit wide for Atenza, clicking the curb, maybe a little bit awkwardly through 130R, and has to cover to the inside through the bus stop. But nothing happening then. TkmSpadders though getting very close to the exit of LS, looking toward the inside line on the exit of the bus stop, has to cut back into the stream and looks back to the inside line and staying to the inside line, looking towards the first corner, cuts back in the stream. A bit late from LS on the brakes. He was too late, clipped on the wrong side of the curb, goes wide, goes for a slide on the runoff area and drops down into fourth spot. LS well, certainly not what he wanted there. Drops into full spot and gives TkmSpadders the race lead. There is our race leader, our new race leader, TkmSpadders leading the way, just out of SHAREfactory Robert. And he's on race in Snake 79. He's made a decent start and is up into P6, so after his little venture onto the runoff area, has now managed to get himself back up into P6 as TkmSpadders goes wide through the second Degner and clips the wall on the outside, and now might be susceptible from SHAREfactory Robert. But SHAREfactory Robert too late on the brakes and clips TkmSpadders, and TkmSpadders goes on the gravel onto the grass and has now fallen into P5. Well, that was interesting indeed, and TkmSpadders certainly won't be too happy with that. He drops into fifth spot from the race lead after an incident between himself and SHAREfactory Robert. Let's have a look at the slow motion replay. Quarter speed as always into the braking zone, and SHAREfactory Robert has just completely missed his braking point and literally just hopes that he's not going to hit TkmSpadders, but there's nowhere else but to career right into the back of TkmSpadders. TkmSpadders is then forced to go onto the gravel and drops into second, drops into third, drops into fourth, and then eventually fifth, and SHAREfactory Robert has immediately Sides through. Let's see if he lets TkmSpadders through eventually. Now, here is our new race leader, Sides. Well, that took a interesting turn. 3 mistakes from 3 different drivers in 1 lap, and well, 2 lead changes in 1 lap. Sides now leads the way ahead of LS, who was P4 by the end of, at the start of this lap. There is SHAREfactory Robert letting TkmSpadders back pass Now TkmSpadders looking towards the inside of TkmSpadders and gets through up the inside through the bus stop, and very, very sweet manoeuvre, and moves himself back up into third spot, and now stops his chase. And then it's Steno. And news on Leon Mark, he is now retired. There's only 7 cars remaining in this race. But back to the race here for the third spot. TkmSpadders looking back towards the inside line, but thinks against it. TkmSpadders not doing what Steno done on the end at the start of lap 2, not going out wide, and TkmSpadders looked like he got a compromised run on the exit of turn 2, and is now under pressure from SHAREfactory, swinging through the S's, and he's look at the gap that TkmSpadders has managed to pull just from that small mistake, and now he's going to be just constantly looking through at his mirrors through the S's, and he's slightly wide through that section of the S's, and through goes SHAREfactory. Says, "Thank you, mate, I'm off," and into 4th spot goes SHAREfactory. Here is our race leader, the Pug of Sides, and well, he's in control at the moment, but remember last time he was in control, and I'm not meaning to remind you of this, Pug of Sides, but last time you were in control, you binned it, didn't you, through the first Lesmo, and he was slightly wide there through the hairpin that time, but let's hope that's the only time he makes a little mistake. But Pug of Sides, last time he was in this race controlling position, he completely and utterly stuffed it up, didn't he? Race 1, round 1 at Monza, went wide through the first Lesmo, clipped the curb at the wrong angle, which sent him for a spin. It was an awkward incident, and but we've certainly seen that around this circuit so far this weekend, in the form of Steno and TkmSpadders so far. And maybe even racing tonight. We didn't really get a good look at that through lap 1, but here he goes through 130R, and not much going on at the moment, to be fair. Everyone's sort of in their own little bubble, just pumping in the lap times. But I can tell you, TkmSpadders is lighting up the time screens, and he's starting to close down on Steno. So that might be a battle to look forward to. Those two always create fireworks when they go out. Pug of Size goes purple to first lap, goes purple to the lap, but I can tell you now that TkmSpadders went purple as well. So he's certainly a man on the mission after his incident on lap 2 through the hairpin between himself and SHAREfactory. SHAREfactory is there in 4th spot, can't hold on with TkmSpadders' pace. Pug of Size looks like he has the better of Steno at the moment, pace-wise, which is interesting to note, because Steno's pace has been looking quite good, but Pug of Size seems quite in control of his car at the moment, seems to know where his boundaries are. There is Steno, and he is definitely being caught from TkmSpadders. Look at the gap, it's just shrunk massively as he comes through the first Degner, and TkmSpadders is now pretty much with him as they exit the second Degner. Now heading towards the hairpin. TkmSpadders a little bit on the grass there. Watch it, you don't want to get grass in your tyres and lose complete and utter grip as they head into the hairpin on the 4th lap of 7, and now head towards Spoon Curve. This was Spoon Curve. This is where TkmSpadders made it all the way around the outside. Best of SHAREfactory giving him loads of room that time, and let's see how easy this is going to be for TkmSpadders. My bet for you guys, well, I think Steno is going to put off a massive fight, and this could be going on for the rest of the race. Who knows, though? Who knows? Motorsport is a unpredictable thing, and TkmSpadders might just find the ideal gap as they head towards 130R. Swinging through 130R, and both of them taking it, I reckon, flat out. TkmSpadders looking towards the inside line into the bus stop with Steno, just about giving him enough room. He manages to hold on around the outside of the first part, getting the inside line for the second part. TkmSpadders, though, is now in the slipstream heading towards the first corner. Now, last time we were in this situation, Steno completely outbraked himself, got on the curb, went for a slide on the run-off. This time TkmSpadders is fully alongside, and Steno backs out. Oh, doesn't it? No, he doesn't. Oh no, it looks like he might have been forced out a little bit wide there. I thought he was backing out, but no, he was trying to go around the outside. Oh, a little bit of confusion as TkmSpadders, I think, slows up to try and let Ellis Deno by. Ellis Deno gave him a flash of the lights there saying, no, that wasn't your fault, carry on, carry on. And so he will do, but he's just lost crucial time between himself and TkmSpadders now. And now, well, after setting the fastest lap on lap number 4 from TkmSpadders, now there's a lot of work to do to catch up with TkmSpadders. So Ellis now swings through the first Degner into the second Degner, and that gap is increasing. TkmSpadders is this weekend in a class of his own. It's to have just nailed the setup around this circuit. He was so quick in that first race, he's quick in this second race. I don't know how quick he's going to be in that third race, because most drivers in that race will be on the super soft tyres from my data sheet right next to me. Heading towards Spoon Curve is TkmSpadders. TkmSpadders has quite a decent margin to him, so he certainly has an awful lot of work to do, and he certainly won't be giving any half measures, will either of these front two drivers. Ellis Deno, well, it's a bit odd not to see him in the top 2. He has been in the top 2 every single race so far this year, but that is very much the same with TkmSpadders. TkmSpadders has, well, he has been in control of this race as we are now on board with TkmSpadders in the cockpit cam. Flipping the curb on the inside, the curb on the other inside. Let's see. Let's go through pretty much a whole lap with TkmSpadders now down the main straight and heading towards the first corner. Now braking. Well, as he turns into the corner now, clipping the curb on the inside, clipping the curb on the outside, getting it nice and tight on that curve through turn 2. And now heading into the S's. A lot of curb on the inside line through there. And just watch how he's a reasonably smooth driver as TkmSpadders. Obviously a few changes of turning as he exits the S's and swings through Dunlop Curve. The corner where Jules Bianchi unfortunately speared off into the recovery vehicle and ended up losing his life, which was probably the main cause of the halo being introduced. Slightly wide through the second Degner, but nothing too much to worry about, certainly not as wide as he was on lap 2, and into the hairpin, turning in nice and early. There are some corresponding lines through the hairpin round here. Some people decide to take the wide line, some people take the early exit and keep it in nice and tight. Some people like to take the late apex. It's all about driver preference and about different cars, of course, as well, as he swings into the Spoon Curve. And oh, he's gone wide through Spoon Curve. Oh, TkmSpadders making another mistake this race. That's his second big mistake of the race, and now he's going to be under pressure from Ellis Deno. Ellis Deno is now going to be in the slipstream into 130R. As I was saying, different drivers make different lines due to the different cars. As they head into 130R, Ellis Deno looking towards the inside line, side by side for 130R. TkmSpadders decides to not fight it and try and find his way by the own way and through into the bus stop. The lead is certainly out of reach now. Looks like it was a slight corner cut actually there as well from TkmSpadders through the bus stop chicane. So maybe, just maybe, that is the end of, well, it's certainly the end of P1, unless TkmSpadders makes another mistake. But I think he would have learned, and he's going to take it very, very easy on this last lap. So TkmSpadders has now got to try and get the lead of Ellis Deno, or get second place of Ellis Deno. Through into the S's, clipping the curb on the inside, and well, this has been a roller coaster race for, well, quite a few drivers out there. TkmSpadders, a little bit, well, not ideal for him to start with, as Ellis Deno was a little bit wide there through Dunlop, but not too wide. He'd done that last time, and yeah, TkmSpadders taking a penalty now, so that's probably his race for second out the window now, and now has to focus on holding on to this podium from SSR and Robert towards the final towards the head of the final time. How aggressive is SHAREfactory going to be on this last lap? That is the question. Of course, these are the two that collided on lap 2. And it was also in this formation as well. But looks like SHAREfactory is going to try and keep it as clear as possible. I don't see why it wouldn't. Through the first part of Spoon, and TkmSpadders not going wide this time. And through the second part of Spoon, a little bit off the apex there. So SHAREfactory might be able to get a good run into 130R. He has got the slipstream, so, or maybe not into 130R, but maybe into the bus stop. I reckon TkmSpadders will cover it to the inside line through 130R, clipping the curb on the outside, and no, he's not close enough. But here is our race winner. Pogo Sides gets his first win of the championship. He takes the penalty across the line, but the gap's too big to be affected. Atenza will get home in second place, and TkmSpadders will just about hold on to third.